awesome. But anyway, now that we are wrapped into the show,
what's
we
up,
talked about
guys?
our weeks and everything for the Boyz TV, and now we're going into our next segment, which is going to be movie reviews. So, people who have gone to see movies this past week, we're going to talk about them.
Yeah, that's right.
What you guys think about them. Okay. So, I guess we will start with the movie that you both saw, which was Maze Runner.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll go into the one that made you a bit emotional, Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
Which, from what I heard, was like a black torture porn. So I was like, I'm not going to go watch it.
Black torture porn?
That's what I heard. So I was like, I'm not going to go see that.
Yeah.
Well, first off, Maze Runner.
Let's talk about Maze Runner. Let's get into it.
Maze Runner, it was The Death Cure. Third Maze Runner based on the Maze Runner books.
Is it the third one or the fourth one?
It's the third.
Third one. Okay.
Third. And it's the last one. And
Trilogy.
My issue with the Maze Runner movies is that I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good watch, but I wouldn't say that it was like a really good movie. It was, Dylan O'Brien. I like Dylan O'Brien a lot. Actually.
I like him too.
I liked him in Teen Wolf.
He was in a Percy Jackson movies. Am I thinking the wrong dude? Nope. Okay.
No. Different person. That's not him. And I think he's a good actor. I think he could be really good. He does his thing in the movie, but the movie doesn't really.
You also read the books, right?
Yeah, I read the books.
Like, what do you think?
The movie doesn't
tell
really
the story better. The books or the movie
doesn't flesh out the world very well.
Okay.
There's not much detail about the world, which the books do.
Yeah.
And the characters' relationships are just not anywhere near as strong.
Okay.
In the movie as they are in the books.
Do you think
Go ahead. Oh, sorry. And there's one main part that's in the books that isn't in the movie, is the mental connection between Thomas and Teresa. Yeah. Which that's almost non-existent in the books, but it's a. Yes. Nobody hasn't seen.
Wait, have you seen one of them?
He hasn't seen.
Damn, I can't even say that.
I think.
You can say whatever. I'll watch them at some point.
So she backstabs.
I think you would like.
She backstabs the group at one point. So that's all.
I'm not giving spoilers to them.
Shit, my bad.
Spoiler.
We can just bleep that out.
Anyways. So there's in the books there's a mental connection between the two that was created. They were like test subjects, and it was created by putting chips in their brain, basically. And so they could communicate mentally. They didn't know why they could. They didn't know how it was a thing. And then they found out later why they could. And like that's not in the movies because that's just kind of hard to do. Like for them to communicate mentally with each other, you'd have to just have them do voiceovers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of lame in movies. And so they kind of show like in the second and first movies, like they kind of dream about each other and stuff, which is okay, but it's just not the same thing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was kind of long. It was like a 2.5 hour movie. At one point, I was like, "Yo."
At some point, like him and I had to go to the bathroom, and like I was holding it in. I was like, "All right." I was like, when a movie gets to a certain part, and you're like, "All right, it's about to end," and then it doesn't end, and then you're just like, "All right, crap."
Yeah.
Now I gotta hold it in.
There was one where, but I mean, at the same time, I think if you're a fan of the books, you'll like the movies, and if you like good action films, then The Maze Runner is good.
Yeah, we saw that review before, like we were watching the movie, and you were saying that the review had said for people who would follow The Maze Runner, it's a alright ending, but if you do not know anything about it, the movie is just really average. Like we saw some review like that, I think that you read.
Yeah. But yes, tell us more about what you thought.
What was that first thing that threw us off again when we first watched it? They had subtitles in there, right?
Oh,
when we first got there.
I
didn't even realize it. And he told me, and I was like, "Wait, grunting?"
That may have really.
It was just random.
Honestly, that may have really affected my view of the movie
because we
went to a closed caption screening. I don't know what happened there. I've never been to a movie that had closed subtitles, but this one did. And I guess it was just because at that particular time, that's what they did, and they do it for people who are hard of hearing. But I was really annoyed because I wasn't watching the movie.
You keep looking at the subtitles, and it's just like, all right, so you want to look at the screen, and I have bad eyesight, by the way. Like I can't even see myself looking at the camera right now.
That's not anything against the Maze Runner. That's just the theater that we went to. But honestly,
that throws you off in the beginning, right?
I was pissed.
I can understand how that would affect me watching a movie. Like if I want to go see
like
this
a movie experience,
and I'm really trying to enjoy it, and I keep reading, oh my god, that's what she said, and then I'm looking at what she said right there. That's what put me on.
When it
too.
says grunts and sighs,
Sobs.
and sobs. Yeah,
Oh my god, she's crying. Sobs.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man. It didn't boom like
But yeah,
cars.
boom.
You know,
So
it said engine rumbles. I was like, oh no, I can't.
Tell us more about what you thought about the movie before we move on to the
Yeah, like
movie that you saw.
I mean, just like what Sam said, I haven't really read the books or whatever, but it was an okay movie. I think.
You were into it.
Yeah, I was into it because I watched the previous two movies. Like I like those types of movies. I love the Maze Runner. I liked what's this? Whatchamacallithis? What's that other movie?
The Sports Trial?
Yeah, like
Second
Hunger
one?
Games, like those types of films. Like I like those types of films. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let me just follow this one, and I'm glad I did. There was that part in the movie which we didn't get, which you mentioned, how they like easily got into like the city. That part was kind of like, all right, I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
there should have been more of a challenge. I thought maybe
That's spoilers too.
yeah, there should have been.
It's alright.
There should have been more. I thought this,
Sorry,
like
guys.
story-wise, there
Not
should have
really.
been more of a challenge there because they like out of nowhere they're just like boom in the middle of it. And I was like, all right, whatever. I wanted to see more of that. Who's that guy that sort of leads like the resistance with like the really messed up face?
Oh, I
That
don't
dude.
remember. I didn't.
But you know that dude, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
I wanted to see more of him. But yeah, the movie was alright, man. There were moments where, you know, we would see him and Teresa having moments and like I would get pissed off because I'm just like, yo, you betrayed him in the last film, don't do it. So we would have I'd have like this inner monologue going on and I'm saying like, yo, don't kiss her, don't do it, you know what I mean? But
yeah, yeah.
what's up?
I don't know. If I saw the Maze Runner was on television, I might stop and watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's, you know.
Would you put
Yeah,
subtitles on?
Anyway,
No.
yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought about the Maze Runner.
Now we got Maze Runner out the way. Let's talk about you watching Detroit.
Oh man, Detroit, man.
Yes.
When did I watch it? Snap. I think it was on
You watched
Tuesday.
it this past week, yeah?
Yeah, I think it was on a Tuesday. And because it's we're now in Black History
Happy Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen.
I told myself I need to watch more
28 days.
28 days, yeah. Generally just more like black films and kind of just really educate myself, you know, especially those which talks about, you know, past events or actual events, you know, such as what happened in Detroit. And I was crying at the end of that film. I even told the guys in the group, guys, I don't need a minute. Like I just shut
It
down.
took me about 4 hours to watch that.
No, because I kept pausing because I was like chatting to you guys in the group.
Oh.
But man, like that movie was just deep on so many levels, and I don't know. Like hopefully you've watched Detroit. If not, just skip over the next 30 seconds. or
Don't
so.
give spoilers.
I mean, listen,
man. Listen, I gotta talk about how I felt about
If it was
Detroit,
Maze Runner, then I could understand. 'Cause it just
Hey, wait,
came
have
out-
you watched Detroit?
Detroit came
No.
out a while ago.
Damn.
You gonna watch it? Is that why you're
I don't
saying?
think I'm gonna watch it.
Okay,
Bro,
well,
you gotta
it's
watch
good.
it. Oh, so you're not gonna watch it?
I read the Wikipedia page, so I'm gonna watch it at some point. So we can go.
You've
ahead
not
and see
watched
what you do.
it?
What you do? No, I just told you what I thought. Well, what somebody told me. They was like, "Yo, it's black torture porn." So I
Bro,
was
it
like,
is.
I'm not watching
Nah,
it.
you know, I
We
can't even
gotta-
talk about
we
it.
gotta-
If you guys, I'm not even gonna talk. But all I'm saying is the ending will really piss you off. That's all.
How
I'm
was
gonna
that?
say.
I did read
And
that.
You really are gonna
I
feel
did
tight.
read that.
Yeah, because the black guy gets in trouble, right?
What do you mean?
The black dude gets in trouble in the ending, right?
No, okay, so basically after they go through the trial part, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what's this? They're found not guilty at the end of the movie.
Right.
And that like pissed me off. Like I was so mad. Like I've never been mad in a film before. Okay, I probably
Because the
have. I just
movie,
don't
the
remember.
entire, at least from what I read on Wikipedia, the movie for the entire time, it's just kind of like you're seeing these things happen, and people are just kind of like excusing it as you're going through it. And you get to the
Exactly.
end, and you're like, okay, justice is gonna happen. And
You
then when
think
you read
justice
the
is
actual
gonna
event, it doesn't happen
Oh,
that
man,
way.
I was
And then
just- I was so
once I
mad.
read into like the background of the actual
Yeah.
event, and then I
So
was
what
like,
was the
oh,
acting like?
The acting was pretty good. Like who's that dude? Fuck. See, this is what I also need.
John Boyega.
Nah, not John
No,
Boyega.
no,
The other guy.
Will
the-
Poulter.
dude, yes,
Yeah, the dude who
Poulter.
plays the officer. Like he was.
He's in the
Man.
Maze Runner as well.
I did not like him, which is good. Like if I don't like you, like
You know
and,
what I
well, he's playing like a racist cop, and like I didn't like him at all. So he was like a real like, John Boyega. He didn't really have much to do, to be honest with you. He was more of a bystander in that film, to be honest.
Which
but
makes
he
it
was all
crazy.
right.
Which makes it crazy because it was like in all the marketing and promotion, They really hyped him up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be a movie where Boyega is like gonna
Like,
take
but
charge.
from the storyline's
And
point
it
of
didn't
view,
happen.
from what happened in real life, like even like
His name was Melvin though. Shout out to him.
yeah, like he didn't really have much influence. Like, I mean, he was just there when everything happened,
Yeah.
but he didn't really influence things much. Instead, I think him being there probably saved all the other kids from not all getting killed at the same time. Spoiler alert. But yeah, man, John Boyega, he was alright, man. But like, yeah, man, that dude, man, I hated him. Like, I hated all those people.
Question: if you're Will Poulter, do you go and do Detroit, or are you now like, man, I should have been It?
Huh?
He was up for the clown in It, but he took Detroit instead.
I would have. I mean,
That's not a hard decision. I'm signing that check. So now that was that. Now we're gonna move into the news portion, correct?
oh yeah.
So I'm gonna get like some news music to play right here, like whatever, like Daily Planet. First thing I want to talk about is this group on Facebook that is no longer on Facebook anymore. This group / event where people were getting together to deliberately go and watch Black Panther and then bring down the Rotten Tomatoes score, the audience rating,
The cinema score.
they want to sabotage it, and there was some things that was linking this group to a white supremacist group, but what made it murky as well is that they're doing this just for Disney movies in general. So they were planning to do it for
They did it for Star Wars
They did it for
already.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
They're going to do it for they were going to do it for the Han Solo movie. They're supposed to be doing it for Avengers, and I believe for Ant-Man as well. And they're just really targeting these Disney movies that are coming on. And it said like in one of the pictures that I saw, we're going to do this for like DC films or DC fanboys. Make sure to share this and give out other spoilers for Marvel fanboys and whatnot. So my question now to you guys is, when is fandom gone too far? And is this a case of fandom going too far?
But if it's DC people, then they're just butthurt like so bad because Justice League was not as good as any.
And that's not Marvel's fault.
As any MCU movie.
That's not Disney's fault. It really isn't.
Like it's just so they're just if it's DC fanboys, then they're just
What?
really
It's not.
sad.
No, I'm just like, I might
But-
watch Thor 2 instead of watching some of those again.
But I do think that there is a case for the white supremacy thing, not just because they're going to do it to Black Panther, which happens to be after Justice League, but also because Star Wars. There were a lot of people that didn't like that John Boyega was in Star Wars.
True.
And a lot of people don't like the fact that the lead character is a woman.
Interesting
That
point,
too.
because they said that, I'm glad you said that because it reminded me that one of the reasons why they brought down the audience score rating for the last Star Wars movie that just came out is because they said they weren't happy about there being a lot of female leads.
Yeah, not just that. They
That's
didn't like.
bullshit.
They felt like the men were not good characters, and that the women were the characters that made everything go, and they were very upset about that. A lot of people were upset at the fact that that Poe, which is Oscar Isaac's character, came off as brash and you know, he tried to kind of resist against leadership, and it didn't work out for him because apparently the leader actually had a real plan and was doing the thing right, and it made Poe look bad, and they really didn't like that. They didn't like John Boyega's partner in that movie, the Asian girl, Kelly Marie Tran, because she kind of made Finn look like not a good character, and they didn't like it because Finn's a man and Kelly Marie is an Asian woman. But also, you know, Leia also was like the leader of everything, and they made Luke seem like Luke made a mistake in the movie, and they didn't like that Luke made that mistake, and they never thought that Luke would make that mistake. But also, it could just be because people don't like women. Like, it could be just because those men don't like women, and they don't like John Boyega being black, and they don't like the fact that Kelly Marie Tran is Asian as well. That could be the reason too. So
people are just mad, man. Like, they need to get used to diversity.
I know.
In the film industry.
I know. There's a bunch of white supremacists that are gonna try to downvote Black Panther.
Try all you want.
Like,
we gonna make
that's
Facebook
gonna
group
happen.
be like upvoted.
Guys,
gonna
see
happen.
anybody
There's
with a camera trying to pirate the film.
There's people. There's friends I
we
know.
throwing hands on sight if you try and pirate Black Panther. That goes for everybody.
There's friends I know
Everybody.
from Georgia right now that are gonna refuse to see Black Panther because it has black people in it, and there's not enough white people in it. and
which is ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's hypocritical. Really
they're foolish.
It's ridiculous.
And if DC fanboys are trying to sabotage Marvel, it ain't gonna work.
Hey, right.
Like, no matter how bad that
the movie's still gonna be good, bro. That's what's making it. It's like even if you do it, people are still gonna go and enjoy the movie. Like you haven't seen the tweet so far. It's a wrap.
No matter how bad.
You still got Ant-Man and the Wasp. Oh, Ant-Man and the Wasp coming after that. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really.
Listen,
Listen,
I love them Michael Pena cutscenes when he talk, and then everybody else be talking in his voice. I will go see the movie just for that if they have that in there.
I mean, yeah. No matter how bad the cinema score is gonna be, people are still gonna see that movie.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, 100%.
People
It's probably going. It's definitely going. Well, it already sold the most for pre-sale tickets. Yeah. And I'm thinking it's going to at least do 150.
Also, shout out to my girl. She's from South Africa, Babes Wodimo. Snap! I just butchered her name, and I'm sure she knows.
I'm gonna need you to say it the correct way.
Babes Wodimo. She is like the love of my life. She's a South African celebrity.
Can we cut this clip out and send this to her on Twitter?
Yeah,
I really want to do that.
She's on the album for the Black Panther. She's on the album for the Black Panther.
I'm very excited about that.
I was like,
yes. I'm very excited.
Soundtrack's gonna
yes.
Woo! It'll be dope.
So shout out to my girl.
You heard the song with Kendrick in the Weekend that came out?
No, I haven't heard it.
Not yet.
I heard it.
I will listen to it after the show. But we're hearing good things about Black Panther. A lot of people saying Michael B. Jordan was amazing in it, and that he's the best villain that Marvel has, and that his performance, not just because of writing, not just because of writing, but because of him as an actor, he was amazing. Some people say he deserves an Oscar, so I'm excited to see it.
I am. I guess.
There's other news out there though.
I was just gonna let me just do this last Black Panther bit because we talked about this beforehand, and we can go ahead to the other news. Because there was a rumor that John Boyega was originally up for the Black Panther role. How do you guys think John Boyega would have fared as T'Challa if he was selected instead of Chadwick Boseman?
I mean, I think if they wrote the story right, he would have done great. Yeah. I think he would have been perfectly fine. I think he could be the lead in a movie, and he could lead. I mean, first off, it's Marvel, so people are gonna watch it. Yeah. And if they had, he's obviously young. Yeah. But if they had him, like his father died, and he was all of a sudden a young guy thrust into the leadership role, that could be a good story.
Yeah. The good thing I think about Marvel is that there's always going to be a whole bunch of movies, like a whole bunch of Marvel movies. There's longevity in character growth. You're gonna have development. Yeah. So you can put him in there, even though he might start off young. He can grow into like a natural leader. Even though he might come across as like
they're gonna have 10 years of movies. Like
you know what I mean?
I'm actually kind of concerned because Chadwick Boseman is like 42.
Hey man,
but I love Chadwick.
So he looks,
but like
27.
No, I love Chadwick Boseman. Oh, he don't look 27. He don't look our age.
32.
He don't look our age.
He look 32. We gonna keep it moving.
But I mean, like, what's gonna happen in 5 years when he's 48?
I mean, Tony Stark.
He gonna marry Storm and then just be like the Tony Stark.
Not Tony Stark.
Bro, he got a whole country that's rich as hell. He could just play Tony Stark for the rest of the Marvel MCU and be. Calm down. All right, we picked it right back up.
In other news,
moving on.
West Side Story is being. They're doing a remake of West Side Story. Steven Spielberg remake of West Side Story. Have y'all seen West Side Story?
I have not. No, to be honest with you, I have not seen it.
West Side Story is basically it's very similar to Romeo and Juliet. It's about.
Is it based in New York?
It's based in New York, and it's two rival gangs: the Jets, which is the white gang, and the Sharks, which is the Puerto Rican gang. Basically, they're at odds with each other over territory, and one Jet, a white man, falls in love with the sister of the lead shark.
Wait, isn't
one of
that
the Puerto Rican men?
A Bronx Tale?
No.
Or is that a whole different thing?
It's a whole different thing.
Yeah, it's a different thing. I'm talking about West Side Story.
Okay, all right.
And they fall in love, and and then it's a tragedy, like Romeo and Juliet. The two die at the end. And,
they're doing a casting for that, by the way.
Oh wait, does Maria?
If you're thinking of auditioning, go ahead, give it a shot.
Anyway,
definitely.
Yeah, and now they're doing casting, and they're actually, one thing that's a big deal is they're actually going to cast Latino actors in this film, which they didn't do. They had one Latina, one Puerto Rican woman in the original West Side Story.
Was she the lead role?
No, she wasn't the lead role. She wasn't Maria. Maria was just a white American girl that had tan skin and black hair. But so they're actually going to cast Latinos and Latinas in for the Sharks. But probably not. Everyone's not going to be Puerto Rican, obviously. Yeah. But that's fine because if you look, whatever.
Let's not get into that.
But no, that's really cool. West Side Story is something. West Side Story is something that Latinos, especially in New York, really love. And hopefully they get it right. I don't know if they're going to keep it set in the 60s or 70s or if they're going to make it modern, which would be really cool.
Would you like to see a modern
I'd like to see it modern. I'd like to see it modern because like in the movie, it's a musical first off, and in the original movie, it won like 10 Oscars by the way.
Yeah.
But in the original movie,
That's pretty big.
In the original movie,
I've been sleeping.
They these guys are all part of a gang, but they're dancing like ballet randomly while singing, and they don't seem
it doesn't sit right. Yeah,
tough in any way, shape, or form.
This is something that Lin wind up forgetting his
name. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yes, should definitely.
It'd be cool if he came out.
That would be kind of like. Not gonna lie.
That's one thing. Every time I watch The West Side Story, I always laugh at those parts where they're being hard and tough and singing these languages, but they're like,
watch me dance on my toes.
There's literally a scene in the very beginning where they kind of, and they're like being hard and tough, and I'm like, nah, bro, you're not tough.
Don't work like that.
Like I'm not feeling it. You know what I mean? So that'd be cool if they made it modern and maybe they're crumping a bit.
I'm not sure about crump.
Taking it back to something.
I'm not sure about something.
So up next, lastly before we switch topics, do you have any news that you want to bring up? No, we're good. Okay. Now we're into our game segment.
Let's go. I'm ready.
And what's the name of this game again, fellas?
It's called the movie game.
The movie game. We need to get like a lower third that pops up that says the movie game. As you guys have seen from our previous episode.
We didn't make that live.
All right, we did not make that live. So this will be the first time that you guys see us play the movie game. But basically, the movie game is you will say someone's name, or you'll say a movie. Say, for example, if you say an actor's name, then the next person must say a movie that actor has been in. Once that movie is then said, the following person must then say someone else who was a part of that movie, and then so on and so forth. If you don't say the movie in enough time, you can either say fire back and it's put back on the person to then respond in a correct sense, and if they cannot, then that person is out. If you cannot, then you are out. So you guys will see once we play it how it goes. All right. So
we can do an easy one real quick.
All right, let's do it. Yeah, just for you guys.
Will Smith.
We always start off with Will.
Because Will the GOAT, bruh. Men in Black.
Tommy Lee Jones.
All right, Tommy Lee Jones. Okay. Cowboys and Aliens.
Ooh, Daniel Craig.
Ooh,
Oh, that's easy.
Bruh.
That's easy, dog. That's easy work. It's light work.
10.
Fireback.
James Bond.
Oh, that's not the name of the movie. Hold up, bro.
Quantum Solace. No, that's the one with what's his name?
He's
in Quantum Solace. Yeah. All right, sorry, bro.
I'm out. So that's a rundown of how
he's out because he. That's a rundown.
That's a rundown. So this is a rundown of.
See, no,
that's not
that
the real
counts.
game. That's not the real game, apparently.
That counts. He's out now because he said fire back, and I got it correct. So therefore, he's out. You got 10 seconds, by the way, to be able to come up with something. It's a loose 10 seconds, but at the same time, get your shit straight.
If you taking too long, we count.
Yeah, it is what it is. So,
all right. So Melvin got him out. So now let's go.
All right.
What time is it? We got a couple minutes.
Yes. Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball. All right. Omar Epps.
Ooh, okay.
This is funny.
Yeah, you know who I should have said?
The Wood.
Exactly.
The Wood. All right.
Wait, isn't this like okay? Never mind. No, I'm saying from last week.
Yes, it is that.
Remember that scene that I was cutting? Yeah.
All right, The Wood. Morris Chestnut.
Ooh, oh God. Damn, I see him on TV all the time.
And I got Morris
TV,
Chestnut.
though.
I know.
Morris last time.
Hold on. Oh, fuck. Oh.
I know.
We're gonna start counting. 10.
I know.
8. 3, 2, 1.
Fire back.
Think Like a Man.
He wasn't
like a man.
I was trying to come up with the one with, I was gonna say
The one
the
with
Tooth
the
Fairy,
Galley-
but no.
The
I was
Tooth
gonna say-
Fairy?
No, I'm thinking of the one with The Rock. When he was the
That's the Tooth Fairy.
when he was the quarterback.
Oh,
You know what I'm thinking of now. Yes.
with the little girl.
Yes.
With
That's
his
what I
the
kept
game
thinking
plan.
of. Yes,
Oh,
the game
okay,
plan.
game
It was the
plan.
game plan.
I
I should have said The Best Man or The Best Man Holiday. Damn.
You could have said that.
Damn.
All right.
That's the movie game. I
that's
think we
the
got
game
time
right
for
there.
one more.
Yeah,
I
we can
win
do
that
one
one.
We can do one more.
Because he fired back and I got him. All right.
Damn.
Let's go.
All right. So
So
I'll
this
start.
time it went.
Let's start with some women here. Let's get some women up
do
in
it.
this because we didn't name any females at all.
So it went clockwise. Now it's going.
Now we go
anti-clockwise.
counterclockwise. All right, David. I'm gonna start you with an easy one. Jennifer Lawrence.
All right. I don't want to say that one because that one would be way too easy.
10, 9, 8, 7.
All right. Hunger Games.
The Hunger Games. All right.
Yes. Oh, he's Fireback.
Oh, what's that dude who passed away? Yo,
come on. There's a lot of people in the Hunger Games.
There are.
No, Steve Hoffman?
Who?
No, it's not Steve Hoffman. It's
You're wrong.
No, it's wrong.
You
gave a wrong answer.
No, who is it? Who is it?
Steve who?
You probably thinking of Thor's
You're
brother.
thinking of Lenny Kravitz.
No.
Oh, he's in there. So.
No. Okay, but not Lenny Kravitz.
I ain't seen Lenny Kravitz in there. I didn't really watch it.
Who?
I don't know who that is.
Yo.
What does he
Okay,
look like?
To all of my
I mean, you're wrong.
All of my. Wait, I just named somebody from South Africa. Never mind.
He just saying his neighbor in South Africa. It was like, yo, he's in a
There's a
movie.
lot of people in the
know,
Hunger
I was
Games.
thinking of what's his name's brother.
They got Thor's brother.
Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly.
Liam.
Liam is his name.
They got
Damn it.
the short main guy that plays Peter. Damn, what's his name? The main guy, the main male, her love interest, the one that she loves.
What's his name? I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name though.
He got the new show on Hulu though.
He do. I was gonna say I seen him
who
in the
else?
subway, but I don't know what his name is.
Who else? They got. Oh damn, the country boy in Zombieland, the country guy, the man, blonde hair. Whoa, I'm really blanking.
Yeah.
He's in White Man Can't Jump. He's
no, I know what you're talking about because I was thinking of him, but I was like
Woody Harrelson?
Woody
Yes.
Harrelson.
Yes.
Yeah, Woody Harrelson is in there. Yeah, they got a lot of people. They got the girl that wrote Pitch Perfect. And she's in a bunch of other movies as well that I just can't.
She was in.
All right. Anyway,
all right. So now, David, you're out. It's me and Melvin again. Go ahead, get him, man. Go ahead, Melvin.
Man, where do I start?
who's that dude that passed away? Hold up.
I don't know a good place to start at.
Anyone? Who cares? Just anyone.
The Pink Panther.
The fuck?
I know you've seen it.
I have not seen that movie.
The newer one?
Nope. What the freak is his name? Oh man, from freaking, he was in Parenthood. He was in he was in Cheaper by the Dozen. What is his name? The dad, Cheaper by the Dozen. That's bullshit. That's a bad start. I don't care.
Wait, it's going out of focus. Come back. Get off David's hat. To
Fireback.
Steve Martin.
God damn.
Yes.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
He's not in the first one though.
He's not.
No, he's not in the first one.
Oh, okay.
Damn. All right, y'all. We gotta do one more round because I can't keep going on the first round.
God
just
dang.
one more.
I
Just
thought you was gonna say
Nah,
Beyonce,
that's time.
honestly, because Beyonce
Well,
was in it.
That's our time. Melvin 1-1.
Come on, guys.
You know what we gotta do sudden death because me and Melvin.
Yeah, we gotta do sudden death.
You out, bro.
Come on,
bro. You lost already, babe.
All right, let's
Sorry.
rock, paper, scissors. You go first.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn it.
Let's
All
go.
right,
Okay. We can do it easy. Takers.
Takers. All right, takers. Hayden Christensen.
This could backfire.
Ooh.
See, because now when there's only 2 people, I gotta name all the actors and actresses. He gotta do the movies, so he got an easier job. But whatever.
Star Wars.
Oh, I didn't even think
Which
about
one?
that. I hate it when Sam does the whole which one thing.
Is that the? Oh, I don't think that's the same dude. No. I want to say the movie because we're talking about it, but I don't want to say the movie because I don't want to give that answer. The Clone Wars.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Dang, what's the female's name in that? Oh, why am I tripping? Padme Amidala. What is her name? Oh, why am I forgetting her name?
Name? What did you just say?
That's the character's name.
Oh, okay.
David has never seen Star Wars, so
It's cool.
Disclaimer.
y'all can smite him later.
Please.
Oh.
Let us know in the comments how you feel.
What is her name? All right. Anyway, Samuel L. Jackson.
All right.
Oh, I should have said Ewan McGregor.
I still know some McGregor stuff.
Yeah, but you out.
Shut up. Come on, man.
No. I'm trying to think
of a
I'm trying
good
to think
one?
of a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't. Pulp Fiction.
What do you mean you can't think of a good one for Samuel L. J?
Come on. Yeah, Pulp Fiction.
I just wanted to go with something. I wanted something to come to me, and I was like, I have one, but I didn't really want to use that one.
Oh, because it would have been too easy?
I think for him it might have been. So
Okay, I could say Uma Thurman, or I could say John Travolta. I'll say John Travolta.
Ooh, Grease.
Oh, fire back.
Ooh.
You don't know it. I knew you didn't know anybody in Greece. He said it over. I knew it. It's over.
That's why I said that could be a bad idea.
It's over.
Who was the lead female?
Shit, I'll be honest. I don't know any new movies with John Travolta in it either. It's over with. I'm not bad.
The champ. Let's go.
Whatever.
I get another beer because I won.
So that guys is the movie game right there. For those of you who don't know,
David.
feel free to play it with your friends. Let us know who won when you and your friends end up playing it.
David can't open it.
Man, I can open this shit. Oh, my bad.
That's why I
Thank you,
took
sir.
my time trying to open.
There's a
it.
bubble.
I didn't want that to happen. Yeah. And now, as our last segment, normally our last segment is going to be movies that we want to see within the upcoming week. But because this weekend is the Super Bowl, we're specifically going to talk about movies, football movies that we've seen and that we love.
All right.
So yeah, who wants to start off?
Any given Sunday,
Yes, best football movie.
I have Al
Ever
Pacino's
to me.
speech on my phone. It's part of like my motivational speech, which I listen to before I get to the gym, and it gives me like a good pump.
Okay.
Because I feel like, I'm the type of guy that like if I need a push up, if I need like a slap up the ass, pause, then I will listen to like some sportsmanship type, behavior. Like I don't know if you guys know Eric Thomas. Like he gives those type of speeches where he just like goes at you. So when Al Pacino says his spiel and like that whole scene with Jamie Foxx and L.O. Cool, man, I love it.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to be,
brother,
then you'll be successful.
Successful.
I love Any Given Sunday because this movie, like being completely honest with everybody, is the first time where I was like, when I act in movies one day, I want to play quarterback in some movie just because of the way that Jamie Foxx body being Willie Beeman. I absolutely loved it the entire
Drake has
time.
a line for Willie Beeman, right? Thrown up in the huddle like a
Oh yeah, like a Willie Beeman. Yeah, you're right.
What song was that?
It was an old song.
Yeah, it's
It was old. It was like a.
But I didn't get it until
I
I
don't
read
think
the
it would have
lyrics.
been.
I was like, wait,
Improvement.
what?
It was after Room for Improvement.
No, it was
but
way after
before-
that.
But before Take Care.
I think it might have been
Somewhere in
ignorant. That freestyle. He had
Ignorant.
with-
Oh, it was. It was.
Shit.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was. You're right.
Oh.
I love that, and then just to see everybody in it, because like you got to see
There's a
Lawrence
lot of
Taylor
good
in it, you
people
got
in
to see
there.
Jim Brown in it. Al Pacino obviously was in it. What's her name for Charles Angels? I'm forgetting her name.
Cameron
Y'all can tell me.
Diaz.
Cameron Diaz was in it. You just got to see so many cameos that was within it, and I just think that it was dope. And then also because I played football growing up and getting to see like how these grown men were, and then like how they were off the field, and being like, oh man, it's cool that you get to see like the duality of being a football player, all things they got to deal
They
with.
based Cameron Diaz's character off Jerry Jones,
Ooh, I gotta see that.
the owner.
I didn't know that.
Jerry Jones is the Cowboys owner.
Interesting.
Oh, okay.
And they based her character off Jerry Jones and made him a woman.
But didn't they play for the Sharks? Wasn't it based on the Sharks?
Well, you
And
can't
he
say
was
the
like-
Cowboys because you don't want to get sued.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
At one time.
okay.
They based
I mean,
the
you can do it.
They just based the
Yeah,
character off of Jerry Jones.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
just like if he was a woman, then boom, there you go.
Alright.
And then another football movie I love was Friday Night Lights. Oh my God,
Damn, man, you named 2 movies.
yeah, Friday Night Lights.
Oh, you know,
was an
I
amazing
wanted to pick
movie.
Friday Night Lights.
And
That's
you can
great.
still say your movies. Like, I ain't stopping you from
But
saying
that
your
was a
movies.
little
Yeah, it's like we all enjoyed these movies.
Go ahead, bro.
Friday Night Lights was amazing when they was like, "Hey, Booby, you ain't gonna lift." And I'm forgetting the line now.
I ain't gotta live, man. This is God given.
There you go. That's also the opening to one of my favorite Big Crit songs.
I just
Shout out
gotta
to Big
show
Crit.
up.
Shout out to Big Crit for
That's
that
what he
because it's in his song Homecoming. And then please
said-
tell us more about how
He
you
said-
felt about Friday.
Man,
Night
he
Lights.
said, I just gotta show up. Come on, man.
I feel bad for. I
Yeah,
felt
man.
so bad when his knee went out. I was like, yo, I seen it coming.
And he started crying in the car with Unc.
We all seen it coming.
He started
man.
crying in the car. I can't do nothing but play football.
Yo, it was an ugly cry. So
That movie, I remember that scene. I remember
That
that
was
scene.
good.
it was
That
an
was really
ugly
good.
ass cry.
What's his name? What's that actor's name? I forgot. I honestly thought he was gonna be in more because he was in.
I did too.
He was in that movie with Denzel on the ship, Finding Forrester. Is that what it was called?
I don't think
Was
it
it?
was.
I don't know. Him, Denzel Washington. They were like in the military, in the Navy or something.
I see that movie you're talking about.
Damn, what's his name? He was P Diddy in Notorious.
He was.
I really liked him. I thought he was
I'm
gonna be
mad
more.
that he did. I thought the same. I thought that after that, I would see him in more movies just to be like, yo, here's somebody that was really good, that looks like us. People are gonna cast him, and
He
then
was
it
really
just
good.
didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
He was in Glory Road
He wasn't good.
as Bobby Joe Hill.
Um,
Yeah, man, he was really good. I liked him. No, but yeah, Friday Night Lights was dope. They
Remember the Titans?
I was gonna say.
yes, Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans is like it's like a feel good movie. Like it's good.
Yes.
Everyone, even white people love it.
Yeah.
So like
that's
you know,
that movie that you have to watch when you're in high school. That you. That's,
it's on
just kinda-
Freeform every weekend.
Yeah, I
Like,
just kind of feel like that's one of the movies where it's like when you're in high school, you're like, oh, I have to see this at some point because this is what my coach told me to do, or because hey, I got a friend that's semi-racist and I need him to chill
Oh,
out.
shit.
So you need to watch this movie.
This dude was like, Yost was like, I don't want them to gain another yard. You blitz all night. I swear to God, if they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm gonna take every last one of you out. I want them to remember
Okay.
forever.
Okay, you got
Because
some.
night they play the Titans.
What's that one that got like the spittle was coming out?
Y'all remember that
guy?
All I know is homeboy that y'all love so much. That blonde-haired dude,
Ryan
Gosling, couldn't even keep up with old boy on the field and got
Gosling.
benched. So nah, that Ryan Gosling.
What up, Sunshine?
I like
What
that.
up,
Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Oh my God, Sunshine out here doing the
Hey,
doing
That was
the
hilarious.
yoga and shit.
That was
Whatever
hilarious.
he was doing.
The entire
Sunshine
time.
from California, dude called him a fruitcake, and he went and threw that ball 60 yards and hit him
He
in the
did.
back.
Yo, what was that one football movie where
And I like the replacements.
the coach?
yo, the replacements was so
Was that
good.
the
replacements is my
Shout out to
favorite.
Keanu Reeves.
Hold on. Let me talk about the replacements.
I remember the
Reeves.
replacements.
What?
No, do you remember that one football movie where the coach made this kid carry like the biggest guy on the field on his back and then across the whole field? Or was that an advert? Remember that movie?
I hope you ain't talking about Rudy because I ain't seen Rudy.
The coach.
Rudy was a good movie.
The coach-
Rudy was a good movie.
The coach
Rudy's
made
good.
this other kid that didn't believe in himself. He made him like what's this?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
the
Bear Crawl.
that's the religious one where they became good because they just believed in God. That was a bit
Was
too
it-
much.
was that
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
Wait, wasn't that movie?
Yeah, it's called The Giants or something. Facing
But
the
he like
Giants
walks
or
through a
something.
whole field and he carries
Yeah.
like the biggest guy on
Yeah,
the team.
because he and if he had
and
believed in
crawled-
God,
and he carries them from like one end of the field,
And-
the football
and the
field,
reason-
to the other,
the
all the
reason
way
he
to the
did
end
it,
zone.
and the reason he was able to do it was because he believed in God. And it was a bit too much for me. Like I was like, all right, like you can believe in God and that can make you feel good, but like
they all became good. Their team was really bad, and then they believed in God, so they started winning. And it was a bit like, oh, God is kind of helping them win kind of stuff. That I was like a little, all right.
Shout out to Jesus, but which movie was cool?
No, I mean,
talk about The Replacements. The Replacements was awesome.
I love
Keanu Reeves bodied the hell out of that.
I love
Shout out
The
to Keanu.
Replacements, man.
That
Like,
movie was so
that movie
goddamn good.
is really funny.
Yes.
The Replacements is about. A lot of people don't know about The Replacements.
True.
Actually, it's about these.
Why did you not watch FX growing up?
It's based on the 1987 NFL players strike, but it takes place in the 90s, and it's a fake league. And anyway, so a bunch of players go on strike, and the league has to use replacement players, and they get a bunch of these misfits. They got a dude they got a dude to get out of prison to play a receiver. Somehow they got him out of prison.
Oh, what's that other movie?
They got John Favreau to be this crazy dude. They got Reese Evans. Reese Evans, a British dude. He was a soccer player. He was a soccer player that became the kicker. And they got Keanu Reeves as this quarterback that like lost the Sugar Bowl, and they got Gene Hackman.
I remember this movie.
Gene Hackman as the coach.
Yeah.
They got the Asian sumo wrestler Gangaska,
Hey.
and they got my man's from Drumline and the receiver.
Oh, yes.
What was his name? He's a really good actor. If you watch that dude, damn, what's his name? He was the guy. He couldn't catch. What was his name?
Oh my god.
Anyway, he's like the fastest guy. He's like this really fast guy
I can't remember.
that ended up chasing this guy that robbed the store.
This is him right. Orlando Jones.
Yes. He
There
played
it is.
this
As soon as I
guy.
see his face, I remember.
He played this guy that couldn't catch, and they had to give him stick'em to catch
I
the
do remember that because he got his hand stuck momentarily and
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
break him apart.
That was a good movie. It was funny. It was.
There was two other movies I wanted to say. One was not the one that I was trying to mention earlier with The Rock, but the other one that he was in. He was like the.
What about The Longest Yard?
When he was like, I was
The Longest Yard.
That
Yo.
was- I love that one.
Yo, we
What's
got-
the other one where he was like the the correctionals, the juvenile center? No. When
No, that
the
was a
Rock
prison
they had
guy.
The Rock in it.
Oh, Gridiron Gang.
Gridiron Gang. Okay, Gridiron Gang. But yes, The Longest Yard.
The Longest Yard was actually really good. I really like that movie.
That shit was funny.
They went and killed
Shout out
Chris
to-
Rock. The black guy
Oh
died.
my god, they did. That made me
They
so
had
mad.
Nelly. Yeah, Chris
You
Rock
ain't seen
died.
the movie?
I've
They
seen
had
the movie,
Nelly.
but I don't remember
They
He
that.
had
was burning
Nelly.
in his cell.
Yeah, he died.
Oh.
No, in Adam Sandler's cell. They tried to kill Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah.
But Chris Rock went in there. Man.
They had the great
They
comedy
had
in that.
Nelly. They had Nelly
Yo,
out there.
shout out to Nelly being
running.
Pablo Sanchez from all the backyard games. He was good at everything.
Yo, they had, he was running without no shoes, and Chris Rock's like, yo, he got some slave feet. They had, they had Michael Irvin in there.
I remember because of that movie, me and my homie, because NCAA football was still around, we like named all the running backs slave foot after that because it was like, yo, his speed is 99, ain't nobody catching him.
They had Michael Irvin in there, the former Dallas Cowboys
they
wide
did.
receiver.
They did.
They had
He did a surprisingly good
really
job.
big dude. What's his name? The big muscular guy.
He was saying Terry Crews.
Terry Crews. Yes, Terry
Okay.
Crews was in there with the cheeseburgers. You acting like a real McAss. I got the fries to cross your eyes.
Is there any other last football movie that we're forgetting before we round it out? I feel like we hit a bunch of. I know that there's one that I'm misremembering, but I can't think of it right now. Obviously,
There's a lot of football movies.
There are.
There's just a bunch of them.
there are. Oh, you brought up Concussion earlier,
Oh yeah.
but
Is
he
that
just
a
like
football
because it's Will
movie,
Smith.
though?
There's Waterboy.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. The Waterboy.
Yeah, that was
Oh my goodness, The Waterboy. Absolutely love The Waterboy.
Invincible.
Invincible was cool.
Invincible was cool.
Invincible
Yeah,
was cool.
that
I'm
was based
not
on a
gonna
true story
I'm not gonna lie. Invincible was dope.
with Mark Wahlberg. That was cool.
is there
Rudy
anything
is really good. No,
Draft
you said
Day.
you haven't seen Rudy.
Draft Day was cool. Shout out because that was
Draft Day was actually
Chadwick
really-
Boseman was
Wildcats.
Draft Day was actually really good. I was actually very surprised.
I've only seen bits and pieces of Draft Day.
Draft Day
What
was
I've seen,
actually-
I was like, if I put this on, I know I'm gonna like it.
That was a good movie. Not much football in it at all because it's just all takes place.
Oh,
in
you
one
know what
day.
else I like? But it only like football was just kind of like the vehicle for it. I really like The Express.
The Express was really good. That was a football.
Yeah,
That's a
The
football.
Express
movie,
was
bro.
awesome.
The Express is a
Express
football
was
movie.
awesome.
Yeah,
And then another movie that Chadwick Boseman was in. Man, that just brings
Chadwick
it back to
Boseman
Black
was in the
Panther.
Express.
He was at the end. Remember the dude that he was trying to recruit when he told him, "I'm never gonna play for the Browns." and I want you to be better than me.
Undefeated.
And he came after Ernie had left. Yeah.
I don't remember. I guess I gotta watch
Yeah,
it.
because remember in the beginning when the same guy that was the main character went up to Jim Brown and was telling him all his stats and stuff? Coach had used Ernie to do the same thing with Chadwick's character. And when they introduced Chadwick was like announcing all his stats and stuff, he was like, let me take you on the walk. They walked and he was like, look, I'm never going to play for the Browns. I want you to be better than me. Don't try and beat me.
Dennis
Gave
Quaid.
him that whole spiel. And then he went to Syracuse and ended up playing in the NFL too. Yeah. Chadwick Boseman was in it.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Chadwick Boseman was in that too.
Yeah, but there's a lot of
You gotta see Rudy. Rudy's a really good
Rudy
movie.
was great. Rudy was great. All right, guys. So let us know down in the comments if there are any football movies that we missed that you particularly enjoy, or let us know your favorite moment from any of the football movies that we mentioned beforehand. At the same time, let us know how excited you are about Black Panther. Let us know because they got their dashikis on deck. Let us know if what am I saying? How you guys play in the movie game. And if there's anything else that you guys want us to talk about or just want us to do in general, just let us know, man. This is For The Boyz TV. David, Sam, Melvin. Anything else y'all want to say, fellas, before we get about here?
Oh, we got our names right this time.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Did we? Shoot,
I didn't call you Max this time.
I'm Sam. Yo. All right. See y'all later.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace out.